Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe this video. For over 30 years, a single comforting voice has been the soundtrack to America's mornings. But today, that same voice is cracking with emotion. Ripa, the woman who transformed mornings into bright moments, gazes directly at the audience, her eyes moist, a strange smile on her face, and whispers, "It's my time." What could possibly make one of television's most cherished personalities leave the very spotlight she commanded to choose silence over the applause? Stay with us because this is more than a TV story. It's a story about devotion and about what truly counts when the cameras stop rolling. Kelly's story started in the 90s. A girl from a small New Jersey town whose infectious laugh became the pulse of morning television. For decades, audiences felt like she was a friend sitting right there with them. She'd laugh about minor disasters, the chaos of raising children, and her husband's quirks. By sharing her life, she made millions of people feel understood. But celebrity always casts a long shadow. Beyond the glamour and studio lights, Kelly was also a wife and a mom, sometimes feeling pulled between her public and her private life. Consuelos, her steady rock beside her since their All My Children days. They were more than just colleagues. They were partners in creating a life together. While the cameras filmed there, love quietly grew between the lines of the script. Over the years, their marriage defied the odds, becoming one of Hollywood's few enduring romances. He was the anchor to her energy, the quiet in her hectic world. When the media printed rumors, they countered with humor. And when life brought challenges like aging parents and kids leaving home, they met it together. But time eventually forces everyone to ask the same question. What do you pick when the cheering stops? The shift began subtly. It wasn't a big event. It was a realization. Kelly recalled waking up early one day, seeing Mark drinking his coffee in the quiet, and it hit her how many sunrises she had sacrificed by being elsewhere. He seemed so content, she later shared. And it made me wonder when I had last just been present with him. That thought stayed with her. The TV industry is relentless. For every on-screen laugh, there's a 4 a.m. wake-up call, a last-minute script change, and a family meal missed for a production meeting. As their kids got older and moved out, the house grew silent. And for the first time, that quiet felt less like peace and more like emptiness. Kelly started to question, what am I chasing anymore? Higher numbers or more time? She then understood her next phase wasn't waiting in a studio. It was waiting for her at home. One evening, walking in Central Park, Kelly looked at Mark and asked, "What if I just walked away?" He smiled as if he'd been waiting. "Well, then we could finally enjoy our coffee in the daylight." They both laughed, but it quickly turned to emotional tears. The kind you cry when you know what you risk by waiting too long. Leaving a show like that isn't a single event. It's a gradual process. Soft-spoken meetings with executives, a trembling call to close friends, a farewell speech drafted and redrafted because each word felt too permanent. By herself, Kelly practiced her words of gratitude. Not to the network, but to her audience. "You saw me mature," she said, her voice breaking. "And you always accepted me for who I am." The day of her final show. There was no fanfare, just her favorite flowers, tulips on the desk, and Mark supporting her from the wings. She started with a smile that wavered halfway through. "This isn't a final farewell," she managed, wiping a tear. "It's just my time to be home." The crew, the studio audience, everyone seemed to hold their breath. For 3 decades, she was part of everyone else's morning. Now she was finally claiming her own. That first Monday morning felt unfamiliar. No alarms, no styling chair. Just sunshine filtering through the windows and the aroma of coffee brewing. Mark gave her a cup, joking, "Welcome to your new life." They took quiet trips, picked up old pastimes, and relearned the flow of a normal day. And for Kelly, this normal life started to feel remarkable. Online fans poured out their emotions and thanks. "You were my breakfast buddy. You helped me through tough times." Kelly absorbed every comment she could. "If I brought you any comfort," she replied, "know that you were my family." And in that exchange,